I just wanted to thank the chief for the hours that went into this.
It wasn't, you're welcome. It wasn't bumped with Mitch and the folks at the county. Everybody, it was a good working relationship. In the beginning, I was not sure that we were going to be able to do this, and the county was kind of holding their ground. And finally, things broke loose, and it's been good to go. So I just received this afternoon the final electronic copy, so this will be cleaned up and ready to go for next week.
I talked to a person who is one of the municipal court judges, not Hagenson, but one of the other municipal judges, and that person was very pleased about this agreement. She said that she thinks it bodes well for the rest of the county. And she basically sought me out to congratulate me on it, and I said.
Well, it will be, it's nice to get this put to bed. We had a target date of June, so it looks like we'll have met that and on to the next thing.
Thanks, Chief.
Thank you.
Joanne?
Oh, yes. The first one is the interlocal agreement with Camas. Please note that in the summary statement there is an error where I refer to report. That will be corrected in your final copy. It's just the City of Camas and the City of Washougal. I do want to reiterate that this is an idea that came from the City of Washougal building official. It was not from me. I want to make sure all credit goes to him. And the purpose here is to share staff. It will be reciprocal when there is a need, when there's atypical workload. The intent is not to not hire new employees or to eliminate overtime for existing employees. Well, the benefits are going to be to both cities. The City of Camas has already approved it at their last council meeting. The City of Camas will pay us for our building inspection salary, benefits, and mileage costs, so there should be no cost to us. And the effort is really for us is to be able to maintain certified and experienced building inspectors that the City of Washougal has invested in. You have paid for their certifications, and hopefully this can eliminate the potential for a layoff, for instance. Do you have any questions about the interlocal agreement? Both city attorneys have reviewed it.
Dave?
You say it's not the purpose to eliminate overtime?
No. No, that's not the purpose of it. Although I adjust our building inspector's schedule so there is no overtime. However, if a large commercial project came in, I think that overtime could be considered because the revenue would be enough to cover it and more in order to give the service to commercial. When we've had commercial before, like the Best Western, there's a need for some really early morning inspections to give them the level of service, to not hold them up on their building. So.
Other questions?
No. Yeah, when you say protective inspection service, are you talking about an inspector that would be protecting the city against possible shortcuts and that sort of thing from a contractor?
It's a term used for building inspectors for the protection of the future homeowner, that it's built to code.
Right.
They also will be doing some plan reviews. And okay. I think it'll be very beneficial to both of us.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for taking the lead on this, Joanne. Joanne has also reached out to the union and made sure that they're on board with it for all the right reasons. And even though we've got Kelly noted on here, it did go to their hired representatives as well for their review. So,
can I just mention the response I did get from the union president was that by all means I feel this would be in the best interest of both cities to entertain an agreement like this. I feel we most support this agreement from a union standpoint.
Okay, voluntary green building standards.
Right. Currently, someone could come into the city of Washougal and they can decide to build to green standards. The code allows that, the building official would allow it. However, this is a cooperative declaration of support of us all using in Clark County the same approach. It is the same standards. So each of the cities have gotten together to make this declaration. When we talk about this, the alternative code, it's things like, well, actually, it was initiated because the builders themselves wanted to make sure that we had comparable standards, comparable inspections, all the inspectors in Clark County were under the same understanding and had the same training for the inspections. Were there clients who wanted...
Get ready for my report.
Were there clients that wanted to build to the green standard? It's totally voluntary. We're not adopting code, or we're not declaring that the builders must build to this code. It's to meet their needs, initiated by them, for things like low flush toilets, that type of thing. So I'm asking if you would make a motion authorizing the mayor to sign this declaration of support. Clark County has approved it, City of Ridgefield has approved it, and it's scheduled for all the other councils in the next couple weeks.
Is this the LEED standards?
No, it's not. It's what's referred to as the ICC 700. It's something similar to that, but it's not the LEED standard.
So this is an international standard?
It's an international standard that was actually written by, I believe, the International Code Council and the International Building Association. Is that correct, David?
The National Association of Home
Yes,
Builders promulgated a document originally, so it's a home builder's document, but they went to the code body and asked them to sponsor it jointly.
Would you send that to me electronically?
Yes, sir.
And we're able to put our own language in this as well, if we needed to.
I'm sure that we have the right to do that, but the document has already been signed by many of the jurisdictions already.
Right. Thank you.
Other questions?
It's stated here that it's supported by the Building Industry Association, is that correct? So they've looked over the agreement and,
Yes.
or the declaration, pardon me. Okay.
I was just gonna say, I was at a Community Choices breakfast along with Mitch Knight, and this came up there, and the building officials from Clark County and the City of Vancouver on the one hand, and the builders on the other hand, were very excited about this. They thought this is a wonderful thing.
And it is voluntary. I want to reiterate that.
One of the things that this does is it helps us know what to do when someone approaches us with things that are kind of outside the scope of the normal building code. They come in and and by their own choice, they're wanting to do certain things, and the model codes don't recognize